This is a true story. You'll appreciate this. Going into Dunkin' Donuts to get my coffee in the morning, right? Someone comes in um with the same red glasses. Now this guy is dressed up, he's got the red blazer to match the red glasses, took time to make sure his shoes and pants were some offset or another color to complement it. I'm in my pajama pants, hoodie, got my beanie on, and I'm looking at him like, hey, same red glasses, like excited, right? He wasn't excited. He looked like all the work he did to look good was undone by me having the same exact glasses. So, Steve Weiner here from GetRubix.com. Today we got something new for you. We're going to show you how to set up Windows 365 Cloud PCs. And, I mean, that's really it. Oh, he's definitely going to buy new glasses after this. He's not keeping those. Okay, so today's something kind of different. Gotten this request a lot. I want to talk about Windows 365 Cloud PCs. Now, if you're not familiar with what that is, the best way to describe it is the future of virtual desktop. It's a one-stop shop, one click, whatever you want to call it, to get cloud PCs going. I don't have any here yet, and I'm going to set them up with you today so you can see how it works. You want to deploy, virtual desktop to folks. You got a contractor, you got someone new, someone they're going to use their own machine, but you want to secure it. Boom. This is going to be super simple. So all you need to get going, we're going to go to the admin.microsoft portal here. You go to billing, so you got to pony up. Purchase services. It's going to be right up here, right? Windows 365. See it? Click on it. There's a bunch of different licenses, and we can get into this in the future. We just want to look at Enterprise. Windows 365 Enterprise. This is the one we want. So we're going to hit details. Welcome to the new Best Buy, folks. This is where you shop for your PC. Now, here's the thing. When you look at the prices, I'm not a VDI guy. I know a lot of them, and I know a lot of folks coming from the VDI world. Here's the thing. This is a flat rate fixed fee, meaning you pick this machine, two CPUs, 4 gigs, 128 storage, $31 a month. That means if you use this machine, if you're logged in 24/7, right, 365 days a year, every month, $31. If one month you don't log in, $31. Doesn't matter. You don't have to worry about spinning up or spinning down. So for folks who want to offer this and don't have, don't really care about dealing with it, I don't know anyone who really wants to deal with spinning things up, spinning them down, right sizing, managing the spend. This is a very easy way to do it. You can start a trial for the I think the baseline machine. When you go, well, I did it already, but you can get a trial going. They'll give it to you for a month. And when you go to licenses, you'll see it as a license. So take a look at this. Windows 365, 2 cores, 8 gigs of RAM, 128. So I have a license. Okay, so we have it. That's all you got to do. That's the only thing you got to buy. So we got the license. So check. Done. First step done. I'm going to go back to Intune and let's start setting this up, right? So what do we have to do? We have to create a provisioning policy first. Actually, scratch that. First thing we're going to do is we're going to create a group of users who will get that license, right? And the reason you want to do this as a group is so you can shuffle folks in and out of it. So I'm going to make a new group, and we're going to be real on the nose here. Windows 365 Cloud PC users who are assigned the Win 365 Cloud PC license. Okay, so I'm gonna go search for that group I just made. Windows 365 Cloud PC users. Okay. We're gonna assign this group that license. Assignments. There we go. Cool. That's really it. So now the license is assigned to the group. I can put a user in. Done. Second step, done. We're good. We are about 5 minutes into this, and already we're done with the 2 steps. So this is super simple. I'm gonna go back to devices, provisioning, Windows 365. Let's go to provisioning policies. All right, we have to create a policy. Okay, so we're gonna call this default Windows 365 Cloud PC. Default provisioning policy for our Windows 365 Cloud PCs. You have two options. Today we're going to be talking about Enterprise. Enterprise is a one-on-one user to PC, persistent virtual computer. Frontline is basically for a shared device, and we're going to get into that later on. But right now, we're going to be focusing on Enterprise. But I will say the one criticism that Windows 365 PCs had initially was they could only do the one-on-one feature, and the fact that now, we can do this shared experience really makes it perfect for every situation. All right, join type. You know how I feel here. We're not hybrid joining a Cloud PC. Absolutely not. It's in the cloud. It's provisioned from the cloud. We're leaving it here. That's all I'm going to say for now. Maybe in the future we'll talk about that. But we're going to Azure AD join this thing. We are going to use a Microsoft hosted network, meaning we don't need to set up a NIC card or anything. This is going to just straight up to Azure. So we have to, we have to select a region. I'll do US East because that's where I am. Don't come looking for me. Automatic. Use Entra single sign-on. So what you can do is you can basically use the user's credentials. You can have them, and with a single prompt SSO into the Windows 365 machine. So we're going to leave this off for now, and then in the future I'm going to show you how that works, just so you can see the full login experience. So let's hit next. Now here's the fun part. You don't have to create an image. You get to pick from their stuff, right? So gallery image, this is what they recommend. Now you can upload your own image, but don't bother with it. Remember, we got our Intune set up to provision with autopilot. By the way, if you want to see that whole thing, I'll put the link below. I did it on the last AMA. I set up Intune for Entra ID join, autopilot provisioning. We did the whole thing in 2 hours. It was beautiful. These are all the images they provide to you. So you can have Windows 11 Enterprise with Microsoft apps. That basically means with the Office suite. You can have OS optimizations. I'll put a link below. You can read a little bit more about that. I don't want to get into it too much. I'm going to go 22H2 with, the Microsoft 365 app. So my Office app's already hydrated, as they call it, or populated. We're going to select the region, Cloud PC naming. Of course we want to do this. Does this look familiar? It does, because it's just like autopilot, All right, so we're going to call this Cloud PC, CPC. That's a good name to call it. I don't like that. I'm going to do W365 Corp. And random. Oh, random. Is that too many? I lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, D. Wow, cannot. There we go. 15 characters. Okay, that's what I'm naming my PCs. Additional services. This is basically a matter of, do we want to use Windows Auto Patch? Whole separate thing. I didn't get into it. I'm not going to get into it. For now, all you have to know is we're going to use Windows Update Rings to manage this with the rest of our PCs, so I'm not touching this. I'm leaving it alone. Assignments. Well, guess what? We already made the group. This provisioning policy gets assigned to people with this license. So if you had different types of PC setups, you can make different groups and assign the licensing there. But all right, so there we go. So here's the deal. Ready? I'm going to create this provisioning policy. Okay. Do I have a Cloud PC yet? No. Why? I just set up the provisioning policy. No one has a license. All right, Windows 365 Cloud PC users. Let's add Rick in here. Rick Jones, you're about to get a Cloud PC. So he's going to go in here. No, he's already in there, and that means he's most likely going to have the license shortly. Let's go look. I'm being a little fast here. 365 Intune Suite. Refresh, reprocess. Okay, real quick, we forgot user settings. So we're going to go to our Windows 65 menu, user settings. Let's see, how do we want to do this? So we're going to say default Windows 365 user settings. Pretty straightforward. Do we want them to be a local admin? I'm going to say no, because I want this to be in line with my autopilot stuff. Allow them to reset their cloud PCs. Sure, if there's a problem, they can reset. Point in time restore, right? So you can actually take snapshots and have the user initiate that. So I'm going to do 24 hours there. Same thing, we're going to assign this to that same group. And again, you can have different settings for different groups. We're keeping this very flat for now, but you can see how dynamic this is going to be. Whoa, I have a cloud PC? It's provisioning? It's provisioning just by the user having the license. I want to make that very clear. We are 13 minutes in, approximately, if I edit out a lot of the garbage and my mistakes. We're under 13 minutes in, I know that for a fact. And we didn't have VDI when we started. We're about to have VDI. We're about to give someone a virtual PC that is in line with all of our settings and all of our applications. In fact, while we're waiting for that to provision, I'm going to show you something else. If you specifically want to target, these cloud PCs with policy, well, how do you do that? How is Intune going to know the difference? We're going to create a dynamic group just for those. So I'm going to say Windows 365 Cloud PC devices. So this is a group for all W365 Cloud PCs. All right, so this is a dynamic device group, and the query is very simple. We don't even have to do any fancy editing. So we're going to say the device model contains, are you ready? Cloud PC. That's it. So once our machine's provisioned, it's going to fall in that group. So that means if we have specific policies we want to do, so if we have an app, let's do it this way. We know that we have Firefox here, right? And we know that that's an available app. We got all that stuff. We did the toast notification for this. The assignment is available for all users. If I decide I want to push this as required to that group, I can. I could say, this is required for my Win365 Cloud PCs. Okay, let's hide the toast because we got our own toast. And there we go. I was able to target those as well. So you manage them the same way you manage everything else. There's a reason they put it up here in Intune. If it seems like I'm fired up, I am, because it's super simple. All right, we're going to check on our machine here. It's provisioned. Here's the thing, provisioning, it's going to be about, initial provisioning, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. So it's a good time to chill, grab a coffee, whatever. We'll check back in on this as soon as it's done here. And I'll let you know how long it took. Yo, when is the Elden Ring DLC coming out? I'm getting really impatient. Man, if only they could meet in real life. How long has this been down here? I'd probably spray this directly on the glass without spraying it on the rag first. Can I do that? I broke a USB drive thing. All right, let's check on it. And boom. Okay, so I will tell you altogether this took 9:24. So this took exactly 20 minutes, essentially, from when we started till it flipped. So we see we got a device. It's provisioned. So if you look at your overview, you're going to see one provisioned, all cloud PCs, Windows 365 Corp, some random string. All right, great. So I mean, what happens? What does Rick Jones do? Well, I could show you on this PC, because one of the benefits is it's not Rick's PC. He can log in from anywhere. But actually, before we do that, let's just take a look at it and see if we could see it in Intune, because it should be Intune enrolled, right? So let's look here. We got refresh. These are all M365. So we got W365. Corp, there it is. Okay, it's set to Rick Jones. No enrollment because a service enrolled it. Let's take a look at our configuration. Look at that. We're inheriting all of our standard device policies, so I don't have to make any configuration changes. Managed apps. Okay, we're waiting for some install status for remote help, Firefox company portal, but you know what? Let's log into it. So I'm gonna go to I'm gonna do a private window here, and I'm gonna go to Windows 365.microsoft.com, and I'm gonna log in as Rick Jones at stevecapacity.com. Okay, so 14 days, that's later. Oh, so I recently set up some MFA. I'm actually going to skip this for now, but your PCs will be protected behind MFA, which is cool too. So let's go ahead and sign in. And this is the Windows 365 endpoint site. So this is Rick's personalized site here. So your PC is ready. We're going to hit next. Gives them a little information about it. What can you do with it? All this stuff. Cloud PC is ready. And there it is. This is his dashboard for managing it. Now, they have an app for it. So if this is Rick's computer, he can download a client app instead of going through the browser. Although going through the browser is just fine. You can connect from here. See more options. Got it. Let's go ahead and connect. Open in browser. So it's going to do this browser client. Do I want to allow all this, the printer, mic, all this stuff to be used? Yeah, let's go for it. There's some advanced settings too. If you want to go down alternate keyboard layout, we're just going to connect. And I will say it's a really great experience. So there we go. Verify your identity. He's just going to sign in. Look at this. Okay, and we're in. The start menu flies up. So you can see I have apps that are ready to go. Looks like my notifications are on Do Not Disturb. That's okay. Let's look at this PC here, right? So we got my apps, and the apps should be working with SSO because they're just my default Windows apps. So I should just have to accept the terms, and it's going to automatically pass my my credentials in. So Rick Jones, great, perfect. I am all ready to go there. Let's close that. We should have some apps on their way in. So let me go to all apps. We should have company portal on the way in. We should have Firefox, and we'll give them a second. You can see it's being managed by the Intune management extension. You can see the remote help is already pushed down from Intune. So that's great. I mean, this is a great experience. If I open the browser, I just want to show you, like, you know, let's see here. Let's go to, confirm and continue. We're going to sync that data. I'm going to go to, let's go to a website. Let's go to getrubix.com. So we're online. It's pretty good. Get around to stuff he needs. You know, we can also get into some corporate sites. So we can go to myapps.microsoft.com. So Rick can get to all this stuff. Yep. Don't want to survey Microsoft. So this is actually coming in pretty well considering I'm remoting into a machine on a Hyper-V, and within that Hyper-V, I'm accessing Windows 365 in a browser. So that's kind of funny there. But yeah, I mean, Rick here has a fully functioning PC now, right? Okay, it's got a C drive. Right, this will sit here and this will, you know, store files here. We can have OneDrive policies start kicking in. I actually don't have that policy turned on, but I am going to enforce it so it'll do it automatically. Then we don't got to worry about it. Okay, we can see Teams is auto launching as it always does. Thank you, Teams, for just inserting yourself into my day without asking. We're going to close you just like we do on the physical PC. Right, so apps are already coming down. The machine's under management. Can remote help into it. We just provisioned Rick, so it took about 20 minutes to get this user a fully functioning virtual PC that he can access from anywhere, right? This works on Windows, Mac, Chrome. So this is great right here. And that's the end user experience. And I can monitor it in Intune. So if we want to get out of this, I'm going to exit the full screen. I'm actually just gonna, let's see, we could just disconnect the session here. So here we can just, how do we get out of this here? We can just close the tab, leave. Yeah, and there's the PC, right? We can open it in the desktop app if we have that installed, and we're good to go. So great user experience. We'll get rid of this. Great admin experience because I'm managing this just in line with my other, let's refresh this, with my other PCs. So, I mean, yeah, what else could you want? To me, Windows 365 is one of the best kept secrets it feels like that Microsoft has, and why folks aren't running to it more. I mean, they are once they see it, but why aren't we talking about this more? Why are folks still talking about AVDs? I mean, I'm sure there are some cases where they could have options, but I got to be honest with you, between how fast this is to set up, the lack of VDI uh, expertise I would need on staff to run this. I mean, I just deployed this. I don't know anything about VDIs, and I'm able to get this going. So, great option. I can do it for multiple users. We'll get into some other use cases in the future. If there's anything specific you want to see about Windows 365 Cloud PCs, let me know in the comments, on the Discord, whatever. We'll talk about it, and maybe we'll do some more. But in the meantime, if you have a tenant, everyone can do the trial. Definitely follow these steps, check it out, and see what the deal is. Later.
1, 2,